Hello everyone, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Today we're going to explore a quiet but powerful story of hope. How every tangerine she sells becomes a small step toward bringing back the man who no longer remembers her. From a bustling rural market to a warm, humble home, this is a journey where love speaks louder than memory. If you enjoy stories like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss our upcoming videos. The Tangerine Hill is glowing green under the bright sun, and Tu Diem is out there all by herself, moving slowly between the trees. There's a heavy basket strapped to her back, already fuller than usual, but she keeps picking anyway. Today, she's determined to harvest more than normal. Every extra tangerine feels like one more chance for a better profit, one more step towards something hopeful. The sun is warm, her hands are sticky with juice, and sweat slides down her temples, but she doesn't stop. In her mind, there's only one thought pushing her forward. If she works harder today, tomorrow might be a little easier. By the time she reaches the market, the quiet of the hill is replaced by noise and motion. The rural market is alive, packed with people. Voices overlap, laughter bursts out from every corner, and customers crowd around the stalls, eager to buy fresh fruit. Tu Diem sets down her baskets, straightens her back, and immediately gets to work. Buyers gather quickly, drawn in by the bright color and freshness of her tangerines. She greets everyone with an easy smile, her tone cheerful and familiar, as if chatting with old friends. Her hands move fast and confidently, weighing bags, tying them up, passing them over. The tangerines sell faster than she expected. One bag after another leaves her hands, and each one brings a small, quiet sense of joy. This is what hard work looks like paying off. Even though her arms ache and her clothes are damp with sweat, her heart feels strangely light. As she works, her thoughts drift back home. She thinks of Toan. She thinks of the old lady. Without even realizing it, she starts setting aside a few of the nicest tangerines, carefully choosing the best ones. These aren't for selling. These are for bringing back small gifts filled with meaning. The market keeps buzzing around her, but inside, Tu Diem feels calm. She remembers the days when Toan was lost, when loneliness followed her everywhere, even in crowded places like this. Back then, every sound only made the silence inside her louder. Now, it's different. Every tangerine she sells feels like progress, like she's slowly pulling him back toward her, one step at a time. She wipes her face, takes a deep breath, and keeps going, driven by a quiet hope that refuses to fade. Later, when the day's work is done, Tu Diem walks into the yard, carrying a bag of fresh tangerines. Her face is tired, but her smile is bright and genuine. The old lady looks up, surprised at first, then her expression softens into delight when she realizes what Tu Diem has brought. She accepts the tangerines with both hands, thanking her sincerely, her voice full of warmth. It's a simple gift, but the care behind it is impossible to miss. Nearby, Toan is chopping firewood. The steady rhythm of the axe pauses when he notices Tu Diem standing there. He looks up, and for a brief moment, his eyes light up. It's subtle, almost unnoticeable, but it's there. Tu Diem tells them about her day, about harvesting on the hill, and how well the tangerines sold at the market. She explains why she saved some to bring back, her voice relaxed and natural, as if this is the most normal thing in the world. The old lady listens closely, nodding as Tu Diem speaks. She praises her thoughtfulness, clearly touched by the gesture. The words aren't fancy, but they come straight from the heart. Toan stands there quietly, listening. As Tu Diem talks, he feels something settle inside him, like cool water on a hot day. He may not remember their past, but her care reaches him all the same, gentle and undeniable. The small, humble house feels different with Tu Diem there. Her presence brings warmth, filling the space and pushing away the cold air that always seems to linger. The old lady watches the two of them from the side, her heart calm and quietly glad. Even though Toan's memories are still gone, Tu Diem hasn't left. She's still here, goes back to chopping firewood, the steady thud of the axe breaking the quiet. Tu Diem moves closer and begins stacking the logs beside him, matching his pace. Their hands brush lightly now and then, brief touches that feel natural, unforced. She jokes with him, her tone playful, and at one point she leans in to give him a quick, light hug before stepping back as if it's the most normal thing in the world. She squats down, blows gently on the fire to make it burn brighter, then pours water into a kettle, moving around the yard with ease. It's as if she belongs there, as if she's always been part of this routine. Toan watches her for a moment, then smiles. He thanks her, his voice sincere, telling her she's kind for helping him when things are hard. He admits that when they first met again, he was scared and confused, unsure of her intentions. But now, after seeing how she acts, how naturally she cares for him and the old lady, he knows she's a good person. There's honesty in his words, and Tu Diem feels her chest tighten as she listens. She looks at him, her eyes shimmering, and answers softly. She tells him that he used to love her, that he never once looked down on her or felt ashamed of her rural life. She doesn't say it to pressure him or force his memory back. She says it simply, like a truth she's holding gently in her hands. Toan doesn't respond right away, but something in his expression shifts, as if the words have found a place to rest inside him. They start laughing, the sound light and easy. The distance that once stood between them begins to fade, replaced by a growing sense of closeness. Toan says he wants to go harvesting with her next time to help carry the heavy basket so she won't have to shoulder it alone. It's a simple offer, but it means more than he realizes. Tu Diem smiles, her heart full, feeling the bond between them quietly strengthening. From a short distance away, the old lady watches them. She doesn't interrupt, doesn't say a word. She just stands there, her eyes soft, her heart overflowing with a quiet, steady joy. This is what she's been hoping to see. Later, the old lady returns from cutting grass to feed the fish. She pauses at the gate when she sees Toan and Tu Diem sitting together, talking and smiling as if they've known each other forever. She takes a moment to watch, letting the scene sink in, then walks over and joins them. They sit together and eat tangerines, peeling them slowly, the sweet scent filling the air. Conversation flows easily. The old lady praises Tu Diem again, thanking her for being so thoughtful and kind. She says she's glad to see the two of them growing closer, her words filled with genuine happiness. The old lady thinks quietly to herself, even if Toan remembers nothing right now, this closeness, this warmth will guide him back in time. A soft, quiet joy spreads through the yard, replacing the worry and fear that once filled their days when Toan was lost. Nothing dramatic happens. No memories suddenly return, but something just as important takes root, a sense of belonging, of connection, and of hope that feels real and lasting.
Xin chào mọi người. Sau đây sẽ là câu chuyện kể về Tử Diễm, một người phụ nữ nông thôn cần cù, dành cả ngày để thu hoạch và bán quýt ở một khu chợ nhộn nhịp ở vùng quê. Mỗi quả quýt cô bán thì không chỉ mang giá trị vật chất mà còn tượng trưng cho hy vọng xây dựng lại cuộc sống với Toàn, một người đàn ông bị mất trí nhớ sau một tai nạn. Dù mệt mỏi, cô vẫn luôn vui vẻ, chu đáo, chọn những quả quýt ngon nhất để mang về cho nhà Toàn và bà cụ đã cứu mang anh. Lòng tốt của cô dần được làm mềm lòng của Toàn, và dù anh không thể nhớ về quá khứ, anh bắt đầu cảm thấy an toàn và được yêu thương khi ở bên cô. Qua những khoảnh khắc giản dị, cùng nhau làm việc, chia sẻ thức ăn và những tiếng cười thầm lặng, khoảng cách giữa họ dần phai nhạt. Ngôi nhà khiêm nhường tràn ngập nơi ấm và một niềm hy vọng dịu dàng lớn dần rằng tình yêu và sự kiên nhẫn cuối cùng sẽ giúp Toàn tìm lại chính mình.